everybody. This your girl CC with Wherever Gives Magazine, and I have a special guest on the line with me today. I'm gonna let her introduce herself and who she is and what she does.
Hi, my name is Chef Claudia. I'm a private chef and caterer down in Miami, Florida, as well as in Atlanta, Georgia. I cater for different celebrities and high-profile people. So, yeah, that's what I do.
Awesome. Well, what made you want to pursue a career to be a chef?
I just always liked food, so it just came natural to me to do something with food. And being a chef is something I always wanted to do. And basically, it was my second career, but I always liked it. You know, I like to be in the kitchen. I like to meet people. I like how the food brings people together. It's a great thing. So,
Gotcha. Well, who are some of your influencers? Like, who are some of your people that you admire that's also do chef work?
well, obviously, like everybody, I love my grandma's cooking. It's the best, you
Okay.
can do that. But if you go from like the technical side, I like people like Gordon Ramsay, but totally my favorite chef, Bobby Flay. Like most of the celebrity chefs that we see on TV are most of my influences. But also then from the French side, what's like Charles Robuchon, what was one of my mentors. He was amazing. Because of him, I am who I am today. Of everything that he taught me back in France.
Okay. That's that's good. So, what do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Excuse me, I didn't hear.
Where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Well, I'm still doing the private chefing, still catering, and maybe work on some new project that I can talk about it yet, but we'll just see, I want to definitely stay in that private chef area. I'm comfortable with that. Or if I'm not, then I want to be in a really famous, cool restaurant where I'm going to be the executive chef or head chef or even sous chef.
What are some of the challenges you have being a chef?
Well, most of the challenges I have is being darker skinned. So I'm not white and I'm a female. So it's hard sometimes to have people take you serious. So for example, I'm in the kitchen with my crew and everybody's here and somebody walks in and says, "Where is chef?" to me. And I'm like, "Who's asking?" "Well, I'm looking for the chef." And automatically they would always go to the big white man or, the tall dude or whatever. They would not, most of the time they would not think that it's a female, even though you live in the kitchen and you look like you're the chef and everybody respects you. But just from the outside, it might be a little bit different. Like, oh, it's a female and she's darker skinned. So that's probably the biggest challenge, to be taken serious by everybody and not just be taken as, oh, she's the maid or she speaks Spanish or she does this or she does that.
Wow, I didn't think in your profession that it would be that hard as far as being a chef. As far as most times in the music world, when I interview people that's in the music industry, it's hard for women. But I didn't think it would be hard for women to be in the chef world.
Well, I think it's hard. We have to always work hard, and that's how I feel. And I get a lot of controversy for that. But I think we always have to like delve a little bit and show we can do the same. And yes, we can be in charge too. And yes, we can lead the line. Once we do it, they are like, "Oh, okay." But to get there, I feel like we have to work a little bit harder. That's just my personal opinion.
I got you. I got you. Well, let's talk about the Green Lab. Your is it Green Lab Kitchen and the
Green Lab
motivation behind it.
Well, Green Lab Kitchen started with meal prepping, like every private chef or chef probably does. I was just catering for like athletes and they wanted to have healthy food. And I'm into that whole organic, natural, vegan um, movement, plant-based, preserve the earth, do something for it, watch the animal intakes and so on. So that's kind of how Green Lab Kitchen came apart. And it went from meal prepping to private chefing to catering. And we still do some meal prepping, but it's not really what we do anymore. So it's really a private chef service company now.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, give us like 3 tips of meal preps.
3 tips of meal preps is don't overdo it for yourself, right? Have fun with it, and maybe only make like 3-4 meals. So you're gonna keep on eating the meals, and they're not gonna stay in your fridge and then be thrown in the garbage. Cook stuff that you actually want to eat. Don't just be like, oh, I'm a diet, I'm only gonna eat this and no carbs. Always have the whole complete meal. Like, don't skip carbs only, or don't do only one side. Try to be diverse, do different things, try new things, you know, and just don't overdo yourself. You're gonna get bored really, really fast.
I got you. I got you. I think I be skipping meals all the time. I was
Yeah,
like, okay,
exactly.
so I need to work on that. I think
Yeah,
that's everybody's biggest thing.
yeah, we go in there like on Sundays. Yeah, I'm gonna meal prep and I'm gonna eat the same thing 5 times a week, you know. And the second day, like, I don't like it, I don't want to eat it, and then we just fill ourselves up with junk or whatever we find, you know. That's not the goal of it. So rather cook what you like, prep what you like, portion control it, and you're gonna be doing way better.
Okay. Well, I needed that. I needed that too. But what is your favorite dish? What is your favorite dish to make?
My favorite dish to make is called, well, it's a French dish. It's basically a chicken that's marinated
Okay.
in, it's called kokoma. So it's marinated in red wine and cooked in red wine, kind of like a stew, but it stays together, you know? And I
Mm.
really like that dish. It's very, very flavorful if you do it right.
Okay, okay. Well, as far as your career, what has been one of your memorable accomplishments or awards you've received?
One of my most memorable times was when I flew to Dubai and I was cooking for one of the princesses for 2 weeks. So that was
Wow.
just totally something that I never thought I would do, and it was a different world, you know. I mean, I've always with high end people and high profile people, and I've seen rich, but I never seen rich where it's like endless, you know. Like when you walk in that palace where I work, I was just like, you know, and they treated me like a queen. You know, I had a butler, I had a driver, I had a security guard. My room was humongous. You know, they gifted me with presents. I mean, it was crazy. It was very nice.
Wow. That seemed like a great experience too,
It was.
you know, to
It
be
was.
able to cook for the princesses. But who is one person you would love to just cook for? Who is
The
like
person.
one person you just admire? And you're like, oh, I would love to cook for this person.
Well, I would love to cook for Gordon Ramsay one day, or with him, or for
Okay.
him. I mean, he's really the chef that I want to work with, or for, or anything. Yeah, I know it's kind of
Okay.
crazy, but
Okay. But
I
why
would
did
love
you
to cook
choose
for him.
him?
I like his style. I like what he does. I like his career. I like how he came to what he's doing. Just to me, it's just very fascinating. You know, he's like the Kardashian of the chefs. You know.
I got you. I got you. So what I mean, like as far as being in the chef world, what is like one thing that makes you different than all the rest of the chefs to say, okay, this is something I do way better or way different? What makes you unique? What makes you different than other chefs?
I think what makes me unique is that I've traveled so much. So I traveled all over Europe. I lived
Mm.
in Europe. I am from Europe, like you can hear my accent. I grew up in Switzerland. So I just have more world travel palette, I think, just because I've been to so many countries that most people have not been. I lived in Thailand, I lived in Mexico, I lived in Switzerland, Germany, France,
Wow.
Italy, England. You know, it's just places where I picked up food. And I think if you didn't live there or didn't been there for a long time, it's just different, you know. So you pick up little things and techniques from all over the world. I think that's what makes me different, you know. Just like half the different worldly knowledge or whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Out of all the places you have been, what has been your most favorite?
My most favorite place, probably Thailand, Phuket. I really like that
Mm.
city. It was really fun over there. Like we had a really good time. It was like off season, so there were not a lot of tourists, and we We did a lot of activities. The food was great. The people were nice. The weather was amazing. I think that's one of my favorite places that was.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a nice place. I want to travel. I want to go there. That's one of my places on my bucket list. So
Yeah, you should go
I
there. Off season, definitely. Fun.
definitely on off season.
No, it's just
Definitely.
there's so much more things to do, and the prices are great. The people, there's not a lot of people, and you can do so much stuff. Like literally, when I went there, I didn't hardly spend any money. We lived in the nicest hotels. We didn't take like main chains like the Marriott or whatever. We just went with really beautiful hotels that were like $30 a night, but had
Oh
everything.
wow.
Yes, it was
Okay.
really
Well, that
cool.
ain't bad at all. Shoot.
No, it was amazing. Like
That might be need to be a.
we had our own pool, our own butler, we had everything. We could add on the chef if you want to. No, it was great. It was really great. Mhm.
Okay, well, it sounds like it. At least you get to travel the world and you got a chance to experience it. So that's a blessing. That's a blessing. But
Yeah.
what advice would you give right now to others that would love to be a chef?
What advice I would give to others that want to be a chef, like stay true to yourself. Like do what you know, do what you believe in, and stay in your lane. Like meaning, like you like Southern food and you want to cook Southern food, cook Southern food. Don't go too much out of the box. Do what you know and then go from there, add on more and more and experiment, but stay in your lane. I think that's the best way to explain it, because that's how you're going to feel the more secure. Because if we start picking up clients, every time, even now, and I've been a chef since 2003, and it's still stressful to get to a new client. Okay. Every time I'm like, oh my God, until you get to the Grove and you know the people. So best is stay in your comfort zone, whatever that's what you should go for. Like you like Southern food, stay with Southern food. Like Asian food, stay with Asian, or mix it or whatever, but stay in your lane, that meaning that do what you know.
Okay. Well, that's some good advice to give somebody, and it's best if they passionate about it to stay, what they know and not try. But I don't know. I think being a chef, if I was a chef, I think I would want to learn different styles too. And not just cook, okay, if I say do Southern foods, like you said earlier, how you got to travel the world and try different things and different
Exactly.
dishes, then that would make you kind of think like, okay, maybe I can do this because you're so used to cooking that, you will want to experience it. So I don't know if I like the part of standing in your own lane because you can't go wrong in it. But I think still you should try new things, right? When it comes to
Yes.
being a chef, you want to
Yes.
experience more.
The lane is
Yeah.
just meaning like that's your base, and then you go from there. You add on slowly as you go. Like you said, you travel to Thailand, you maybe like this dish, then you research the dish, you put the dish on your menu, you make it your own, and so on. You add on, or you go somewhere like, wow, that was amazing. Let me add this to my menu and get really good at it. I mean, I think that's a good thing to start in doing if you want to be a chef. So people are confused. It's like a YouTube channel. You go on a makeup channel and then you see they do this makeup, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna show you some perfume today. You're gonna be like, what? People need to know
Right.
you first for what you do, so they know
Right.
she makes Southern food. So we're gonna book her. But if you're all over the place, the people are gonna get confused and don't know who is your crowd. Maybe better say who is your crowd and cater to what that crowd wants.
Mm. Would you think about doing that though? Doing a YouTube chef series?
Yeah, I'm working on some YouTube stuff, so that's going to be more vegan based and how to do the basic vegan. It's going to come out with the cookbook too. So just so for everybody that wants to start some vegan food and make their own meats and their own vegan chicken and vegan sausages, that's going to be all on that channel. It just takes a long time to do it. It's not something that's easy because it takes a lot of technique doing it right in the vegan cuisine, because I don't want to have all that chemical chain in the sausage. So I want to have like 5 ingredients and make it work. I mean, with the chemical chain, it's no problem. You can do it like this, but I feel like it should be more on the natural way, the holistic way to do stuff, you know your ingredients that come in, not have words and ingredients that nobody can pronounce.
I got you. I got you. Okay, I got one more question before I go into my little game that we do. What would you tell your younger self right now? If you could
Uh,
talk to your younger self, what would you tell her?
what would I tell myself? Well, like I said, stay in your lane and do what you know, and then build on that. That's what I would say. Don't do too much at once. Don't be a caterer, a chef, a wedding, cater for a wedding. Don't do too much. Do what you can handle and slowly go from there. You have to make some mistakes in order to grow anyway, It's not, you cannot hold on like, oh, I can't make a mistake. You have to like keep going and keep moving, make mistake, get up and do it better next time. That's what I would say.
Well, that's some good words to tell your younger self, definitely. So I got a fun fact game I like to do. It's only 2 questions. So you ready?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So the first one is, if you could be a part of a family on any TV show, which family would you choose and why?
The Kardashian family. Because I think just because I think their mom is just so crazy, but she's at the same time such a genius. Like, I mean, her business sense is just mind blowing to me. That's why.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't think you would say that family. I was like, ah. Okay.
Yeah, only because of the mom. Okay, I just think the mom is just, she's a genius. She's a genius. I mean, look what she did. I mean, yeah,
Right.
of course the girls did that too, but the mom is the brain. She's the mastermind.
Right.
She is the one behind it. Like, wow. I
That's
mean,
true.
wow, she's great. That's why I just want to see
That's
what she's
true.
doing. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. That's true. At least you said the mom. So I'll go with that one. I'll go with that one. Okay, so my second question is, if you could travel to any year in a time machine, what year would you choose and why?
I think I would travel to 2003. Back to 2003. I used to be a hip hop dancer and I was on tour and it was just really fun. I wish I could relive that and like embrace it more. There I was just like, oh, I'm dancing for such and such. It's so cool. That's all was on my mind. It's like, I'm with the superstar. I'm so great. I would just do it a little different and just more embrace it.
Wow, but why did you stop dancing?
Well, I was always dancing and the chef was on the side and then it just switched, I mean, at one point you get old, so you can't compete with the young people, So, yeah.
Okay. Well, is there anything you're working on for next year for 2022? Any upcoming events or anything you would like for the audience to watch out for?
Just watch TV. That's all. I can't even talk about it. Just watch TV. That's all. Yeah.
But you said you're working on a cookbook, so is that going to come out next year or?
Yeah, we're planning to have it to come out next June. So we're going to see, how that goes. It all really depends on other things that, there's always something and then it has to be rewritten, then it has to go to legal, then it has to be tried out again because it doesn't hold up. So hopefully the cookbook is coming out.
Okay, well, congratulations. But before we get off, tell everybody where they can follow you.
They can follow me as Chef Claudia D. So it's chef_Claudia D on Instagram.
Gotcha. Well, definitely thanks for interviewing with us today. It's been a pleasure. It's a journey. I've been trying to talk to you forever. Thanks for being in the magazine.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you continue your grind, continue your journey. Like I said, you got a fan with me. I can't wait to taste your food. I got to try it out because they be looking so good on Instagram. I'll be like, okay. Woo!
Well, thank you.
They really do. But I'm very proud of you and keep up your journey. I can't wait for your cookbook. I am definitely a reader and I would definitely support when it comes out next year and get
Thank
it.
you.
I try a dish or two, but I don't know about all those fancy meals, and trying to cook it.
You can do it. That's the whole
But
goal of the cookbook.
I know. I said I'll take a few of them out and try it, but I don't want to be no chef. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. But yeah.
Right.
But you have a happy Monday. Be blessed, be safe out there, and continue your dream and your passion.
I will. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.